I'm here now. You old news. Yeah, welcome back to more insight. This is insight you can trust because there is more where it came from. I am your host. I'm Chris Moore. I'm in the building. Turned up today. I feel good. And this is about the Memphis Tigers, man. Memphis, stand up. 901 Shelby Drive. Look alive. Look alive. And right now, listen to me real quick, y'all. And I'm not saying this lightly, but Memphis football is doing something special right now. Yes, Memphis football is doing something special. And I can already hear some of y'all pessimistic people, some of y'all negative people. We're not trying to hear that negative talk. It's all positive vibes right here. I can hear what y'all thinking. They got 40-something people out the portal. Yo, they done turned the whole team over. Yo, how can you keep recruiting like this? I get it. I really do. I get it. But that's because some of y'all still thinking that this is college football from 2012. Nah. It's 2026. This ain't this. And this ain't that. And look, I'm strapped. Shouts out to Young Jeezy. College football done changed. In Memphis, Tennessee, the Memphis Tigers, they are no longer late to the party. They got the memo for the meeting. They here now. Let me explain this to some of y'all. The transfer portal is free agency for college football. It goes to the highest bidder. That's it. That's where we are right now. In Memphis, they not out here window shopping. Shouts out to 50 Cent. They got a list. They on their Santa Claus. They making a list and they checking it twice. They trying to find out who's going to be naughty or nice for this team. 41, up to 43, actually, at this moment. That tells me three things already. Memphis knew what they needed, they knew what they lost, and they knew what they were not going back to. This staff has shown intention. They've shown that there is a goal here. The goal is to close the gap. This staff has come together and said, no, we got to tear this thing down. We got to rebuild it. If you build it, they will come. They didn't panic. One of the biggest things, it's not a quarterback controversy in Memphis. There is a quarterback competition to see who's going to be QB1. What does it take to be number one? 2 is not a winner and 3 nobody remember. Shouts out to Nelly. Quarterback, QB. Here's the thing. Just this past week, Memphis solidified. They locked in Noland, a former 4-star quarterback, lucky lefty, originally committed to Ohio State, went to South Carolina, sat behind 2 quality quarterbacks. And here's the thing, talent has never been the issue. It's been the timing. Noland, he can spin it. He can throw the peel. Quick release. He's comfortable in spread concepts. He's mobile. He's not reckless. He understands winning football coming from the Ohio State program. He understands, and as I look here, the cons of his game, decision making, adjusting to elite velocity and speed. But that tells me one thing. He just needs a chance. He just needs to play. A lot of the times when we're working at our jobs, your 9 to 5, my 9 to 5, they can give you the training manual. Here's your job duties. You got to do this, that, and the other. But sometimes you don't really learn the job until you get that on-the-job experience. And that's what it appears that Noland is just missing. Noland has a ton of talent. Talent isn't the issue. Opportunity. And he's not in that room by himself. Oh, as you already know, the quarterback room for Memphis before Coach Charles Huff was empty. You had people jump in the portal. You had people to graduate. Nobody stayed. And the first quarterback that Coach Charles Huff went after was Marcus Stokes. I'm excited about this one. You're seeing a lot of people saying he reminds them of Johnny Manziel. He's coming right out of Florida, West Florida to be exact. He was a former recruit, commit to the University of Florida. However, he has some issues. I would say one of his cons would be decision making. Not the best decision maker at the time. And just recently, Marcus Stokes, the first quarterback signed to Memphis under the new era of Coach Charles Huff. Marcus Stokes. Now, Marcus Stokes is a different type of conversation. Marcus has been around. He's done some stuff. He ain't wide-eyed anymore. He has experience at the top level of the Division II schools. Semifinalist for their version of the Heisman Trophy. He's been able to play. He's been able to get the experience, and that's going to matter. Now, one thing that you can question is his physical stature. He's not the biggest guy. He's about 6'1", maybe 2, about 200 pounds. He's known as a gunslinger. So, of course, you're thinking about your Brett Favres. You're thinking about quarterbacks who are quick to throw. Maybe not the best decision making. But I believe that's something that can be coached. When you're a quarterback who's recruited at the level that he was, and you're playing on a lower competition, there are times where you feel like you could just do things because you are more talented. But being more talented can never replace your IQ. It can never replace your intelligence. It will never overcome the situation. Sometimes those big flash plays are the ones that put you behind the 8 ball. That's not what you need. So going into the spring games, going to the spring camps, going into the off-season trainings, the quarterback battle is going to be one to watch. This is going to be one of those good ones. I mean, 2 similar style quarterbacks, but 2 different styles at the same time. Now, here's where Memphis really deserves some credit. They didn't just grab names. They actually grabbed people who fit into the system. They have offensive line help. And look no further than Carday Smith. Played 3 games with the Colorado Buffs on last year. He's a former 4-star recruit, ranked 24 with offensive tackles just last season. He's a 6'5", 300-pound offensive lineman who's coming to the city of Memphis, who's going to play for the Memphis Tigers. He has 4 years of eligibility remaining. The Tigers also went out and signed Xavier Allen. He's someone who spent the last 3 seasons at Bucknell. He's logged 1,924 snaps over the last 3 seasons. Just last year, he only allowed 1 sack in 312 pass blocking snaps. The offensive line is being solidified. The Memphis Tigers also, I talked about this in a previous video, Teen Woodsma came from Old Dominion, who played up under the current offensive coordinator, Kevin Decker. 6'5", 315 pounds. Years of starting experience at Old Dominion. He's going to be in Memphis. Defensive line, linebackers, corners, every position on this team has been upgraded. One of the signings I want to make you aware of is Ellis, who played the last 3 seasons at Austin Peay. In 2025, he finished with 49 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 7 pass deflections, and a forced fumble. He was named to the 2025 All-Conference First Team, and he has 1 more season left of eligibility. And this is something that I'm just seeing in the last hour. We have another offensive lineman from Old Dominion, Skylar Grant. He's joining the Memphis Tigers. And what I'm seeing right now is that the Memphis Tigers also has signed someone as of today, Eric Thomas, a freshman, 6'4", 330. Yeah, he's going to be in the gap. He's going to be in that gap. He's going to be able to be a difference maker. Again, a freshman. So he's coming in as a sophomore. Man, you can't help but to love what Coach Huff is doing with the Memphis Tigers right now. This tells me that this staff is thinking long term, not just playing in November. They're looking to be playing this time next year. The championship game is on the 19th. We're trying to close the gap. Again, Coach Huff has said, he's lamented time and time again, Memphis has won so many games, but they have not won a conference championship. That's what we are working on now. We're trying to close the gap. And I'll be honest, there was a time last week where I got a little discouraged. I saw that we were losing our defensive coordinator, Jason Seymour. He went to Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets to become their defensive coordinator. Coach Huff, he said that football is about relationships. And he was able to reach out to Lance Guidry and he's now our defensive coordinator. And I can tell you already, the man is a legend. when you talk about defense. In 2023, the Miami defense ranked second in the ACC in yards allowed. This is someone who has worked with Coach Huff in 2022 when Marshall went 9-4, including, check this out, 22. Lance was the defensive coordinator for the team of Marshall, where Coach Huff was coaching. They went 9-4. On their resume is a win over number 8 Notre Dame in South Bend, 26-21, behind a unit that ranked 6th nationally in scoring defenses and passes intercepted, 8th in total defense. So that tells me Lance has put in the work to be an awesome defensive coordinator. But here's the thing. We already know offense gets you the likes. Offense is going to get you the highlights. But defense wins that championship. Defense lets people know that you're serious. The pressure, multiple looks, aggression without apology. Those are the things that you need to have an established defense, to have a successful defense. Now, if Memphis can get the stops, if they can get off that field on third down, we're just not exciting on the offensive end, but we're being productive on the defensive end, and we're being dangerous on the defensive end. I'm going to close it out right here. Memphis is not trying to be cute. Memphis ain't trying to be trendy. Memphis ain't trying to just steal headlines. They're trying to be relevant when it matters the most. And whether it's Noland who wins the job, whether it's Marcus Stokes that takes the job, whether it's Dallin Hayden who is leading the running back room, whether it's Terrell Timmons leading the wide receivers, or whether it's Tyshawn Chapman who's leading the wide receivers, no matter who is on this team, and to pull a Mike Tomlin, the standard is the standard. And at this juncture, the fact that we are even having this conversation, it tells me everything I need to know. That this program is moving with purpose, is moving with intentionality. And in today's college football, purpose beats tradition every single time. As of today, January 14th, we still have 2 more days until the portal closes. That's 2 more days for Coach Huff and Corey Phillips to continue cooking like they have. I've said it from my very first video. Coach Huff, Corey Phillips, it's a cookout in the portal. And them dudes are on that grill and they are cooking. And they have been cooking. A lot of people have talked about who can Coach Huff recruit outside of Southern Mississippi. Well, here's your answer. Look down the list. Take your pick. But here's the other thing. Just because these players have come from Southern Mississippi doesn't mean that there's some type of lower grade talent. It's talent everywhere. What matters is what happens when that talent gets into this building. I don't care what you did at Southern Miss. I see the stats that you put up at Southern Miss. But when you get to Memphis, I need that same production and more. And this has been more insight. Insight you can trust because there is more where it came from. I'm your host again, Chris Moore. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to More Insight, become a member and support the platform. Because around here, I'm not just yelling, I ain't just chasing takes. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to have a conversation. And trust me, like I said, it's insight you can trust because there is more where it came from.